You know, he's Helio Castroneves. He never make any mistakes. So let's see. Someday he needs to make some mistakes as well, you know.
Accidents happen, guys. Two different stories from two different gentlemen.
But the key word was there that I couldn't tell if he said he didn't hear or he wasn't told. But clearly, he was not told by a spotter that he had someone there. And when you don't know, you don't unwind the wheel on a super speedway coming off of a corner. That's just kind of etiquette. If you don't know for certain there's no one there, you can't go out to the wall.
How about Ryan Hunter-Reay? He is up to 9th spot.
Remember him coming down pit road, didn't come in and get fuel. He's got a good race car because he is right on the back of Alex Lloyd and going fast. He just didn't have anywhere to go, so he just had to lift out of it till he gets a gap.
Well, the two Penske cars of Power and Briscoe are wheel-to-wheel while Tagliani continues to lead this race. Tagliani at 210.6 and Power at 210.3 last lap. Watch this. Briscoe and Dixon. Oh, I think they rubbed wheels, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't think I can see Firestone, and I did before that. I think we rubbed the Firestone Firehawk right off the side.
You Danica Patrick fans have something to be proud of tonight because she has been in the hunt all race long.
And she's going, well, she's working on the high side of Dixon anyhow.
She's working on Dixon for the 4th position. There are the top 5 at Texas Motor Speedway.
The Firestone 550 on Versus is brought.
Great racing so far in the Firestone 550 at Texas Motor Speedway. On board there with Marco Andretti, you got a shot of Vitor Meira, who is currently running in 9th position. So hats off to Vitor, and now we're on board with Marco Andretti once again, running 8th. That's Alex Lloyd up ahead, and also EJ Viso. Marco goes to the high side again.
And you just heard him drop a gear. He had to get up on the high side there, probably lift and just drop a gear.
Here's TK looking back on Matos and Schechter. Schechter right behind TK.
Ooh, we saw some flame. Anytime you see flame, that means it's a lift.
And you see Schechter's car kind of move a little bit up there on the high side. Just a little bit of movement of sliding around up there. He's on the bottom now.
Here's Lindy.
George Klotz, the strategist for Ryan Hunter-Reay, an up and down day for him. How have you managed to get him currently in 10th?
Every time we come in, the car started off not very good at all. And every time we come in, we just kept making adjustments. Now the thing's in pretty good shape here. It'd be nice to get about 5 more cars here, and then we'd be really looking real good.
And I know he was having radio communication problems earlier. Is that better?
Yeah, that's fixed too. We've changed radios up top there, so I think we're in pretty good shape that far as that goes too.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Ryan Hunter-Reay is actually faster than those up front. He's running 2:11, and Tagliani is running 2:10.
And if you remember, you heard George say they just keep tuning on the car. So as this race goes along with pit stops, the guys can make the adjustments to where the track's going to be faster and faster and have a good race car.
Briscoe and Power still at it.
And Tagliani's just looking back there going, you guys just stay side by side as long as you want.
Coming into tonight, Tagliani had led 21 laps in his entire IZOD IndyCar career, and tonight he has led 29 and counting.
Fellas, I'm down here in the IZOD Performance Pit Center, and I've been analyzing Dario Franchitti. He was so fast early in the race. But then if you notice, his speed has dropped off considerably. Part of the issue has been the fact that he got mired down low in heavy traffic. The car didn't like being in that heavy traffic, and as you ride on board with Dario, Chip Ganassi said to me when he was pinned down low, he had to back out of the throttle, and this is all about momentum, isn't it?
And as you pointed out, Robbie, when he's in clean air out front, everything's okay, but he is mired back in some heavy traffic right now.
Yeah, and it's not just being about pinned down on the bottom, like Jack was saying. That's one part of it, but he's got cars in front of him and a lot of dirty air.
Viso and Ryan Hunter-Reay for 7th, and Ryan, I was going to say took it, but I'm not so sure.
That's a stout piece we're on board with right there.
Yeah, he drew. Viso is making his job a little harder.
Mario Romancini, a lap down in 19th position. The only two on not on the lead lap are Justin Wilson and Romancini. So we got 17 cars on the lead lap.
And as we just looked there on TK's helmet, the way that bobbed up and down, did you see it? It said
get well. In this case, it's Nick Ford. Some people have the get well Mike's stickers on their cars. In this case, Nick Ford, of course, is his mechanic got burned at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, who's recovering for Tony Kanai.
Down to Robbie.
Alex Tagliani started in 20th place, ran in the lead just a moment ago. His last pit stop was lap 101 is what Rob told me. His crew's coming in. Should be just full fuel and Firestone's going on. No adjustments whatsoever. They're happy with this car. They've really moved up through the field. Need a quick stop here. The leaders making their way by. The fuel hose is stuck. They sit him. And of course, a terrible stop, and I saw them. He went to leave, and they did not even come close to having that hose removed.
And there is a new safety innovation that is not quite online yet that will prevent that in the future. And there is a probe, an electronic probe, that when the fuel probe is connected, you cannot put it into gear until the fuel probe is released. All of the cars have the sensors this weekend. So you can see that they're waiting for the fuel, but they sent him too soon.
Well, they sent him on the motion of him pulling out.
Jack. They sent him on the moment of the air jack, not on the fueler. Every single car here this weekend is using the fuel proximity sensor, as it's called, but it's not activated. They'll try it some more in Iowa. It'll come online and mandatory by Watkins Glen.
Fellas, give credit to another safety innovation. Remember a number of years ago, helmets were mandated for all crew members. When that crew member hit the ground, the helmet kept him from going unconscious. And now Will Power on his way.
Yep, Will Power drops down onto the apron of the track, and he will relinquish his position up front to Ryan Briscoe. Danica Patrick will fall into second spot.
And let's not forget how challenging it is on pit in and pit out here. It's very bumpy as these cars challenge those race cars coming down onto the flat off the banking. It's really tough.
Down, don't go through the pit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to be a long fuel stop.
And the reason it's...
Revs up a little bit, revs up. You hold the brake. It's going to be a long fuel, long fuel.
It's long fuel is because it'll be tough for him to make it to the end. He is definitely in before the pit window opens. He's going to need help, as will Tagliani.
Yeah, by probably about 3 laps early of that pit window.
It's Briscoe, Patrick, Andretti, Dixon, and Viso. And you will see everything on Versus non-stop as we take a break from Texas Motor Speedway. 177 of 228 laps complete at the Firestone 550 at Texas Motor Speedway for the IZOD IndyCar Series. We're with you live on Versus here. Ryan Briscoe leads Danica Patrick and Marco Andretti. We saw one of the crewmen for Alex Tagliani take a tumble there on pit lane. Robbie, let's talk with him.
Yeah, I'm with Phil McRobert, who's the fueler for Alex Tagliani. What happened from your perspective?
Well, I'm not sure. I just ended up on the floor, but I'm okay, so that's all that matters.
I just put gas in this thing. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
Now, I noticed they're changing the apparatus here. Was there damage to that one, or just making sure that everything's all right for the last pit stop?
It's just a precaution to make sure there is no problems.
All right, Phil, it's a very tough job to have out here, guys. We know when fuel was spilt, but the crew was on it throwing water, and everything's well now, and they're changing the fueling nozzle.
All right, good. There are the first two with Danica Patrick, just a matter of car lengths behind the leader of the race, and Alex Lloyd and Vitor Mir are having a good battle for the 9th position. Alex has that spot right now, but the ABC Supply Company car of A.J. Foyt Racing with Mira behind the wheel is trying to get around on the high side.
And now the thing that we're going to have to watch for as guys are starting to make those pit stops is pit in and pit out laps. Coming out of the pits on cold tires, what can you do and how much can you challenge